Okay. So my slideshow is not beautiful, so just bear with me, but at least I did not do it by hand like I normally do. So we're going to do a little training over the comp plan. A lot of people had some questions about it, so rather than meeting with y'all individually, I thought this would be a more effective way to do it. So here it goes. This is what you see, and I'm sure, like me, you were super confused when you saw it, and there was just tons of numbers on there, and you didn't really know what that meant. Like, what's a primary leg? What does achievement bonus mean? What's a business billing bonus? So, what I did not realize when I first looked at the comp plan, I understood the basics of it. Like, okay, I know what commission is. I know I'm getting paid off of that. I know what customer bonuses are, but there are 11 ways that we get paid, and I didn't realize the magnitude of that until I got my first paycheck. Actually, until I started building a team, and then I just had all this money that kept on popping up, and I was like, where is this even coming from? So that's when I went back and revisited the comp plan. So here's just the basic outline, and we're going to break it up into pieces. So here's the first one. Hold on, let me get rid of this little thing. It's in my way. I don't know. Go away. Okay, there we go. So what are the ranks? As you can see on the left right here, there are 11 different ranks. When you sign up, you are an associate. Now, if you sign up and you turn on your auto qualification, that's where it shows. It's like auto qualification, and it has these options A, B, C, D that you can choose from, or option 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, whatever it is. And it has like 10 breast check kits, $100, whatever it is. Basically, what that is just a default so that you are always going to get paid. So on the 25th or the 28th of the month, your auto qualification is going to go through so that you're commission qualified. And I'll talk about that in a minute. So basically, if you set that up, which I think that most of y'all are telling your ambassadors to do, that's going to make you be an ambassador right here. So you may never be an associate. You just may skip to ambassador if you set that up whenever you sign up with your welcome pack. The next thing is a senior ambassador, and that is whenever you have your auto qualification set up and you have 2 qualified ambassadors. And I put down here like a little key. This is a little teacher in me. So qualified ambassador just means that someone that is underneath you that bought or sold more than 100 PV. Now you are going to qualify yourself for your upline. So you don't get paid off of your let me rephrase that. You have to be commission qualified in order to get paid. So you have to buy or sell 100 PVM product. And down here I put product PV. Sorry, I keep on trying to point with my finger and I forget y'all can't see that. So PV is personal volume. That just means the amount of product that you sold. When you check out, you'll notice that there's a PV and then there's also a price. The price is not what counts towards PV. It's the number right next to it that says PV. So if your customers ask, that's what it means. You're paying for the price, but the PV is what you're getting paid on. So you have 2 personally sponsored qualified ambassadors. I put down here personally sponsored. That is people that go to your website and signed up directly under you. So I just see Claire and Kristen on my screen right now, so I'm going to use y'all as examples. Y'all are my personally sponsored ambassadors because you personally signed up underneath me. So I have 2, so I'm at least a senior ambassador. Okay, so the next one is silver ambassador. That's when you have 3 personally sponsored. So let's say that, I'm going to use Claire again just because she's right in front of me. Claire signs up only 1 ambassador, and her ambassador signs up 5 other people. She's not going to be silver yet because she herself did not personally sign up 3 people. So in order to be silver, you need to send 3 people to your website and they sign underneath you. And then it just goes from there. Basically from there, it's just a point system that we're going to go over in a minute. So from silver, it goes to gold. Still, if you see here, personally sponsored, you don't have to have that many. So let's say Sarah signs up 1 person that is just a rock star and she signs up 50 ambassadors. Well, as long as I have Sarah and 2 other ambassadors, I could be ranked way down here because I need to only have signed up 3 people on my own. So I may just have 1 person on my team that I just hit the jackpot on and they're signing up a ton of people and I'm benefiting from that. So you don't have to personally sponsor a ton of people to make it in this business, which is awesome. I've been a part of a couple other MLMs and I know my mom's on this call and she has also, and we've busted it and we've made some sales and made hardly any money. So this is not a company like that at all. So basically from there, You can see all these points outside of primary legs, one-time achievement bonuses. I'm going to go over all this later, so that's why I'm not really going over it now. The only thing I'm going to go over right now is primary leg. What that is your strongest leg. And I stuck that down here. The team under you that has the most points. So let's say one month, Sarah on my team may have 300 points on her team, so she's my strongest leg. And then the next month, Amy does an awesome job and she has 400 points. She is now my primary leg. So your primary leg isn't always going to stay the same person. Does that make sense? I can see y'all, so you can just shake your head yes if it does. So your primary leg can change. It's the person that has, or sorry, my phone's going off. It's the team underneath you that has the most points. So it can switch. It doesn't have to be the same one every time. So that's basically all I'm going to go over here. The important thing to know on this is that you must have your auto qualification in place and turned on in order for you to get paid. Next slide. Okay, the nech thing is commission. This one is really easy. Basically, commission is how much money that you're going to make out of the products that you sell. We get paid off of retail commission, and that just means how much your PV is, your personal volume, and I again am going to go over that later. Sorry, I changed this where I can't see y'all. I don't like that. There we go. And so basically $0 to $99. The first $99 goes to the company. So it's for them to keep the company going, basically. You don't get paid off of that. So that's why they make you have over 100 in PV to get paid, because if you only have, let's say 40 PV, well, you weren't at that 99 yet. So all that's going to go to the company. Once you get to $100 to $499, you get paid 15%. So if you have $499.98, or if you have $478, whatever, please make an order or something, because look, once you get to 500 and up, it jumps to 25% commission. And I know that there's a lot of math brains on this call. That makes a huge difference. So if you're barely below that 500, just buy you an extra product, try something out that you've been wanting to try, because it's going to make a huge difference on your check. And then it says retail over reg commissions. What that is your level 1. So everyone that personally signed underneath you, they went to your website and enrolled as an ambassador, all the commission, all the products that they sell, all their PV, you get 5% of. So if they sell 5,000 PV, you're getting 5% of that added on your check. And it may not seem like a big deal when you have 1 or 2 ambassadors, but think about whenever you get really big in the company, you have 50 level 1s, you're going to get 5% of whatever that 50 level 1s have compiled together, minus the 100 PV from each one that goes to the company. So it adds up. A lot of this, when you look at it, you're like, okay, well, that's not a big deal. But when you're getting paid all these separate ways, it may not be a big deal in each little category, but when you stick it together, it is major, the money that you can get. Okay, this is not business building. This is preferred customers. So as you know, you can sign people as retail or preferred customer. This is why I always say push for preferred. One, I mean, most people that you sign, you're going to know in some way or other, and you're going to want them to get a good deal anyway. Preferred is the cheapest way to buy as a customer. It's 10% off. So basically that's like going with your friend to Dillard's and there being a sale rack, you be getting something off the sale rack, going to the cashier and say, oh, I don't want the discount, just go ahead and charge me full price. There's no reason to not buy preferred, really. You're getting 10% off, and yes, it does put you on auto shipment, but you can cancel it the next day. Let's say someone signs up today for preferred to get the 10% off. Tomorrow they can cancel. Y'all, look at these bonuses. They're huge. And honestly, my first month, I had no idea what I was doing. I literally just copied and pasted Jill's and some other girls' posts. I had no idea what I was doing. It literally took me 10 seconds a day to do. And my first check was enough to pay for my new car payment. And it was because these preferred bonuses. So I did a little math. And if one customer that buys preferred on the triplex, if you get that 25% commission, you're making $50 off of them. Off of one customer, you're making $50. So if you have 5 customers on the triplex, you're making $256, and that's only on the commission and the preferred bonuses. That's huge. Just think about if you have 10 customers or 15 customers, 20 customers, that's just added cash that's being thrown onto your check. Hold hold on. Here's someone. I'll just keep going. Anyways, so these preferred bonuses really, really, really add up. So that's why I always say just push people towards getting preferred, not only because, I mean, obviously we're doing this as a business, but also you want to help someone out. Why not give them a discount on the products if you can? This I know is a big chunk of change on some people's checks. So that's a good tip. The next one is welcome packs and rank achievements. Okay, so all of you that signed up, most of you bought a welcome pack unless there was some sort of special deal going on. So welcome packs are the cheapest way to buy products. It's basically like a bundle deal. You're going to get your website fee, which is $34.95, and your products for very cheap. So basically you're getting your about $10 off-ish if you buy the $99 welcome pack, and then the $199 pack is a more expensive one, but if I knew before, I would have bought that one because it's a big discount on the products. This is cheaper than ordering from your back office as an ambassador, so it's more than 20% off. So if I personally sign someone, so when I personally send someone to my website, I get, if they buy the $99 welcome pack, $25. If they buy the $200 welcome pack, I get $50. So let's say I sign, I don't know, Bob up. Bob buys a $99 welcome pack. I get $25. Then Bob signs, I don't know, Sherry up. Bob now gets the $25 and I get the $12.50. So you're getting paid 4 levels down on welcome packs. So by the time you get to level 4s, you probably don't even know who the people are that are signing up, and you're getting $5 off of every person in your level 4 that signs up. Every person in your level 3, you're getting $7.50, level 2, $12.50, level 1, $25. And that's just with the $99 welcome pack. And then the bonuses just get bigger with the $200 welcome pack. And then the rank achievement, that's whenever you rank up. So once you get silver and you get those 3 ambassadors underneath you, you get a $100 bonus, just extra money. Gold, you get a $250 bonus. Senior gold, $350. As you can read, you can see what you get. Ruby, $500. Senior ruby, $750. Now, fast start is something that I didn't really tell people about just because I'm like, I don't know. That's just kind of hard to achieve. But now that I realize it, now that you can kind of sell it as welcome packs are a really good deal, even if you're only wanting the products for wholesale. If you think you know a lot of people that want to be on the products, you can just get them to sign up as, I blinked out. Hold on. You can get them just to sign up as an ambassador. There you go. Thanks. Lost my train of thought. And then you can sign up 20 under your first month. Then you're going to get Fast Start Gold, which is $750 bonus. And then usually people that do Fast Start Gold rank up like this because they have such big momentum going underneath them. So y'all, with your new ambassadors, I encourage you to share that with them. And if they don't want it, then who cares? They don't want it, but they may want it. You never know what they want. Some people are motivated by money. Some people are motivated by a challenge. So I share it with everyone now that signs up. And if they're like, I don't know, I want to wait to sell, I don't push them. I'm not like, okay, do it. You need to do this. You don't realize how easy this could be. I don't do that. But some people, you just never know. They might be like, oh, I know 20 people that would be on the product. And it's also not 20 people that you personally sign. It's 20 people in your organization. So you may only sign 10 people up, and then each of those 10 people sign 1 person up. There's your 20 people, and you get that money. I would say if people do want to do Fast Start, from day 1, they need to start contacting people that they know and sharing the products and the opportunity with them and get cracking, because you only have 30 days to do that. So y'all, these business billing bonuses, honestly, I didn't see that on my paycheck the first few months, but now that I'm starting to grow a bigger team, they pay out on Fridays. So it's nice because I'll open my bank account on Friday, or I'll open my email and it shows me that I have money, and I'm like, oh, cool, where did that come from? And that's where the residual income comes from. It's work that others are doing that you're getting paid on. So that's when these bonuses are really awesome, is when you start growing a team underneath you. And trust me, they do help and they do add up. I mean, you sign 4 people and you have $100 extra bucks in your account. So add that on top of what you're already getting paid, it makes a big difference. Okay, here's the points, and this is really confusing to people. Y'all are lucky because this is how I pulled out my teacher and I got my whiteboard and started doing it. And I was like, okay, maybe I'll try and make this a little prettier for y'all. Basically, your level ones, again, those are the people right underneath you, people that go to your website and sign up. You get 5 points off of them. You get 5 points all the way to your level 3s. Once you get to a level 4, so think about it. I personally sponsor this person. They personally sponsor another person. Maybe I will pull out my little chart here. Here we go. So this is me. This is you. Your ambassador, this is your level 1, the person that you personally sponsor. Whoop, I don't know if you can see that. And then someone that they personally sponsor is your level 2. Someone that your level 2 sponsors is your level 3, and so on and so forth. So you get points from them. Think about points kind of like a stock market. They fluctuate in value from month to month. The average is about $3 a point, and they never go below $2.50. So if you have 3 qualified ambassadors beneath you, again, qualified is people that buy or sell over 100 PV, you get 5 points off of them. So if you have 15 points from 3 people that are qualified, 15 times 3, that's $45 extra on your check. Now, if we go back to this page and it shows how many points that you need in your organization for gold, a gold ambassador needs 100 points. So if you are a gold ambassador, you're on average getting $300 extra on your check just from the pay points. That's it. Now y'all look down here at, I can't see this, what is this? At Emerald, they need at least 1,500 points. That's the minimum. So at minimum, Emeralds are getting $4,500 just off their pay points. That's not counting their commission. That's not counting their ambassadors underneath them's commission. That's not including any bonus. That's not including any preferred bonuses. It's not including any of that. That's strictly off pay point. Y'all look down here. Sapphires get paid, they need at least 3,000 pay points. That's $9,000 on your check only from pay points. You see how when you only have 1 or 2 ambassadors, you're like, cool, an extra $5, $10, what's that gonna do? But I will tell you, my checks now, the bulk of my money comes from my pay points now. Commission is just added extra, but the bulk of it comes from pay points. So once you really start building your teams, you'll start seeing that come in, and it is huge, the money that you can make from that. Okay. So this just shows you, again, the points that you get. You get paid all the way through your 7th level, and so these little 1 points count for you too. And on this first one, I'm going to go back. Sorry, I'm flipping back and forth. You can tell right here the number of levels you get paid on. So the higher ranking that you get, the more levels that you get paid on. And this kind of comes naturally. All this kind of comes naturally if you're working your business. You're going to have points outside of your outside leg. You're going to have the points. You're going to have all this if you're naturally working the business. So let me actually, while I'm here, go about points over the outside primary leg. So like I said, let's say Claire, because you're on my screen again, is my primary leg. She's the one, her team has the most points in my organization. Well, to prevent people from just mooching off of someone basically that's rocking the business underneath them, you have to do some work. You have to get points outside of your primary leg. So outside of Claire, if she was my strongest leg, I would need to get 15 points on my own. That's just 3 ambassadors that are commission qualified that are not on Claire's team or underneath Claire. So once you get higher ranking, basically what they're trying to prevent doing is people going emerald, sapphire, and diamond without working for it. Because look, if you look at the primary outside legs, you need 375 points outside of your strongest leg in order to be emerald. So you're going to have to be working at some point in order to get those points. That's almost ruby points right there. So that's what that means right there. And then diamond re-entry, that is basically when you reach diamond, you're able to sign under yourself. So you're able to sign as a level 1 under yourself and build your business again. So you can be diamond silver, you can be diamond gold, you can be diamond senior gold. You can have 2 different ranks that you're getting paid on. That's like mega bucks right there. So that's what that is. And then also the Lexus program. You're going to get a monthly stipend. So for emerald and sapphire, you get $500 for a Lexus and towards a Lexus, and then diamond, you get $1,000. So these are awesome. I'm gonna be driving that Lexus. Watch me next year. Okay, just a little insert. Okay, so what does this mean for me? Basically, I know a lot of y'all's questions is, oh, well, that sounds super awesome, but how do I make that happen for me? So I'm going to post this so that y'all can rewatch this and copy down notes or do whatever you need to do with this. And I'm also going to post this stuff under the files tab in the Plexus Power Team page so that y'all can access it. So basically this gives you tips for, whoa, I need to hurry. Sorry, I told y'all 20 minutes, I need to hurry. So basically it says, I'm a new ambassador, how do I build my business? It tells you, first of all, you have to have your auto qualification turned on. Again, that's under shopping, auto qualification. There's been videos about it. You can search them. It shows you how to do that. You have to get customers, and it gives you a Frank's method, and there's a slide on that, so I'm not going to take a lot of time on that. You really need to follow up with your customers, because happy customers are going to be faithful customers. If you piss someone off, then they are not going to want to be customers anymore for you, and you're losing all that valuable money, and also people that are, sorry, those valuable customers, and also people that can make ambassadors. Because y'all, preferred customers that are regularly on the products, they truly do make the best ambassadors. So if you're not checking up with them, and you never know what kind of ambassador you might be missing, they could easily sign up under someone else. So you want to make sure and keep them happy. Just learn about the product so that you can share more, and then use the team pages. They're there for a reason. They're there for support. We have an awesome team. We have awesome uplines. Jill has set a really good, standard. I think standard's the wrong word, but you know what I'm talking about, like a environment for us. It's really fun. We have a really fun team, a really knowledgeable team. So if you're plugging in, it's hard to not be excited about the business. It really is. I mean, yeah, you have down days where you're like, maybe this isn't for me today, but then just fire yourself that night, start working the next day and work in the business again, because y'all, we really do have an awesome team. Okay. And this is just that Frank's method. It tells you who you can contact. I'm not going to go over this because I'm going to post it, but friends, relatives, acquaintances, neighbors, kids, connections, service organizations. You know more people than you think. Okay, so this is an example of how you make money with Plexus. So if you have 1,000 in personal volume, y'all, I spend on myself and Kenan about $250 to $300 a month on product. Look at that. I'm already a third of the way to that $1,000 because we get paid off of our own products. I don't know last time you got paid to shop, but I never do. So once you get 1,000 personal volume and have signed 3 ambassadors underneath you. So that's like, hey, 3 friends, you want the products? Here, just get on them for the cheapest price. I don't care if you want to sell or not. So you're now at 25% commission. So off of 25% commission, you're getting $225 just right there. They're averaging preferred customers about $100 for the bonuses. So now we're at $325. You're going to get a silver bonus for signing 3 ambassadors. Now you're at $425. And then you're also going to get the business building bonuses, either $75 if all of them buy a welcome pack that is $99 or $99 welcome pack, because you're going to get 25 from each. Or you can get up to 150 if they all buy the more expensive one, or the range in there. So that's a total of 500 to 575. Plus, if your ambassadors decide to sell, you're going to get 5% commission off of them. Y'all, that can happen in the first month. It is not unheard of for people to make 4-figure checks their first month. They get 6 or 7 friends on, they get more than $1,000. I don't know about y'all, but teaching, I have to bust it to get $1,000 extra, and it's usually work that I do not want to do. So it's really easy to make money if you share with people. Another example, let's say you have 5 preferred customers, and this is what I did my first month. I kid you not, I literally called Jill and was like, yo, are you sure that they did not mess up on my check? I kid you not, because I was shocked by how much money I got paid off of 6 customers. I don't understand still how they make money off of that, because they pay you so well, but I was shocked. Their compensation plan is legit. So if you have 5 preferred customers that order the triplex, plus a triplex for yourself, because remember, you get paid on your own product. That's 6 triplexes. That's 690 PV over the 500. So you're getting 25% commission. That's about $150, plus the preferred bonuses, plus if you sign up 3 people, plus the bonus that you're going to get for silver, plus 5% commission, and then plus you're going to get pay points. So remember, if you sign 3 people that are commission qualified, that's $15 times 3, which is $45 in pay points. So that's about $500 that you're going to get roughly. And then, y'all, if you go silver every month, so that's trying to re-sign 3 people every single month, you're minimally adding 15 pay points to your organization a month. So you're adding at a minimum of $50 extra to your paycheck a month. And yeah, it doesn't seem like a lot, but also think, what do you have to, when's the last time you got a $50 bonus at your job? None. Y'all, I'm team lead at my grade level, and I get a $100 bonus for the entire year. So to get $50 in 1 month, is awesome. Y'all, and Jill's laughing because it's no joke. They told us the bonus and we're like, is this a joke? Can I like demote myself? Because I don't think I want to do my work for $3 extra a paycheck. No lie. So that's just a couple examples of how you can reach that. I know in the big scale, it's kind of hard to see, but when you break it down like this, it's a little bit easier to see how you can make money. And then this is just showing the power of 3. And it is basically, if you're signing 3 ambassadors every month and you're teaching your ambassador to sign 3 ambassadors every month, this is how your points could multiply like crazy. So you have 3 ambassadors, each of them sign 3, you now have 9. They each sign 3, you now have 27. If you get 5 points from each of them, you have 135 points. Oh, I'm sorry, you have 195. Anyways, it goes to show you, you can make sick money, ends up being like $15,000 in a month just off of pay points. So it's basically teaching you duplication. So if you sign ambassadors, they sign ambassadors, pretty much you're going to be starting getting emails that say you're getting paid and you have no idea why. And that's just because people are working their business, and that's residual income, y'all. It is awesome. I've never experienced something like that before, and it is so cool. The other day, I don't know what I was doing. I was doing something, I don't remember what I was doing. It was something really fun, but I remember opening my email and it was like, you have money waiting on you. I was like, ooh, that's kind of cool. I'm like over here sitting eating dinner or whatever, and I have money. I'm getting paid off of it. And then the last thing I want to show y'all is this is your back office. I copied and pasted some of mine so I could kind of show you what it means. These are the levels that you're getting paid off of. I cut the names out. So these are your levels. The level 0 is going to be you. Level 1 is anyone that goes to your website and orders. Level 2 is anyone that signs up underneath someone that you personally signed up. Level 3, so as you can see the levels that you're getting paid on over here. Current points. So as you can see here, I have 5 points off of this person. I have 5 points off of this person. I have 5 points off of this person. So you can see how many points that you have. And the people that are blue means that they have their auto qualification on, and it is going to go through on the 25th, 26th, 27th, or 28th, depending on when they set it up. And so they are going to be commission qualified. So by the end of the month, this person, I'll have 5 points from them, 5 points from them, 5 points from them, all because they turn their auto qualification on, okay? These people right here that are in white, that means that they're inactive. That does not mean that they're not on the product still. Maybe these people just turned it off every month just because they want to be safe and they don't want it to charge their account. But I have several people that are inactive, and then on the end of the month, they order their products and they turn this blue-green color, okay? So points PV. This means how many points, how much PV you're going to get paid off of. This is how many points you're going to get paid off of. Sometimes you'll notice, let me move this and see. Right here, this person has something under current PV, but they do not have it under points PV. That's because they bought a welcome pack. Welcome packs do not count towards your PV. But that's okay because, hey, you don't get paid off of their PV, but guess what? You did get that $25 or $50 signing on bonus. So just because it doesn't have money in here or PV in here does not mean you're not getting paid off of them, okay? So this means they're new. Green means they're new their month. So this person bought a welcome pack. They're new this month. This person has PV, but they don't have over 100. So their auto qualification is going to go through unless they turn it off. So that's how you can kind of track and let your level ones know, like, hey, your order's going to go through. Make sure that you check that. Pay level, this shows you the level that they're going to get paid on so that you can go back to that chart and see how many points you get from them. And then active. This means that they have their auto qualification turned on. So all these people are active. Oh, one thing that I will tell y'all that doesn't really have to do with this, but if they're green like this, their auto shipment is not going to go through, okay? Their auto shipment is not going to go through if they're green because it's their first month. And then commission qualified, if it has a Y, that means that they are over 100 in PV. So you can see here they have 240. This person has 121, so they're over 100 PV. I feel like I said that wrong. I may be wrong on that. Okay, anyways, that's a little view of the back office. Okay, and I just put this on here for a little motivation. I've kind of figured out that my why for Plexus has been really not only financial freedom for myself, but also I hate seeing people struggle with money. I hate it. I hate people not being able to do something that they want to do because they don't have money. It really, really bothers me. I'm totally that person that has like $2 in my account and I'm going to give that last $2 to person. I'm not saying that to say like, oh, I'm such a great person. I'm just saying that's just me. I hate to see people hurting for money. So I put this on here. 3 out of 4 people live paycheck to paycheck and are just one paycheck away from losing everything. So that was huge for me because this is so true. In college, I know I had to go to the ER one time and I got an $8,000 bill from the ER. I was already living paycheck to paycheck and was dirt broke. And then I got this $8,000 bill. I could never pay that. I mean, I would have never been able to pay that off ever. I mean, how are you going to pay that off living paycheck to paycheck with only $50 left in your account? And that's how most Americans live, and I've realized it. Even to this day, when I was a kid, I thought adults, kind of had it together and they had all this money. Well, I have come to realize that is not true. There's so many people I know that need to replace a battery in their car and they're like, oh no, I did not budget for that. I'm not going to have a car until I can save money. Or people that are like, oh my gosh, my electric bill was $100 more than it used to be. I'm going to have to cut back somewhere else to pay for that bill. So y'all, sharing the financial side of something, don't think that you're going to offend someone because there are tons of people who need this opportunity. They need it. And if you can see down here, I also put the average monthly income that you can make with Plexus just to show you. And you can see now why these are so high is because you do get paid in so many different ways. So that's why it adds up. And right here, you can tell it makes huge jumps from like senior gold to ruby. It's like double. From senior or ruby to senior ruby, double. Senior ruby to emerald, double. That's because of the pay points. It's because those pay points really do pay off. So let's see. The last thing I put is, this is just a little extra. Sign up, y'all please sign up for Plexus Power Tools. It is so cool. I'm going to show y'all a little something real quick on it. This is where I get all my, tons of my information. This is Plexus Power Tools. I'm sorry I kept on more than 20 minutes, but I'm hurrying. It has everything. Look at this. All these documents, stuff that you can send your customers. It has graphics that you can use. I'm honestly not a big fan of the graphics because they're kind of cheesy to me, but maybe there's some good ones. I don't know. I haven't looked at all of them. There's testimonies, but really these documents are awesome. There are training documents. There's welcome documents. There's product information. So you can click on them and there's just tons of information in here. So it's $10 a year, well worth it. But if you want to send someone, if they say, hey, I need a document to send to this pregnant person that needs to send it to their doctor, just go under here, look up, oh, you want the triplex ingredients? Shoot it over to them real quick. So that's just an extra little tidbit. So y'all download that or sign up for that. It's awesome. So that's all I have for you. I know that's a lot of information, but I'm going to post this and I'm going to post the documents that I used for this into our Power Team page so that y'all can refer back to them. But I hope it at least cleared up a little bit. I know at least when you get started in the business too, you kind of start to understand, oh, okay, well, that's what that's for. But sometimes you never go back and revisit the comp plan to really see what it's about. So y'all can, I'm going to unmute y'all now and you can ask any questions that y'all have. And sorry, I was long-winded. I tried to keep it short. Let me see. Okay, y'all are unmuted. If y'all want to ask any questions about that. I know it was a lot of info to soak in.
That was an awesome information call, Rachel. It was really good.
Thanks, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you. It explains a lot. I still can't quite get across in my head how all the points will add up that quickly.
Oh, sister, they will. Just hold on. Just hold on.
I was about to say, I think Jill.
So, like, even if I'm
about that.
I was going to say, even if I'm only signing, like, ambassadors, I think that's the best deal. So it'll take longer for me to get the benefits, but I get it through the points, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so.
Yeah. So
I have,
like.
I was going to say, because I have 5 right now, and 3 of them signed up this month, so I'll start seeing those benefits next month.
Next month, yes. So you'll have 25, so you'll have 5 ambassadors right now is what you have. But, I mean, you could still add more. You never know what happens. Crazy stuff happens at the end of the month. But, yeah, 5 ambassadors times 5 is 25, and then average about $3 a pay point. So on the next month's check, you'll get about $75. And that's if you don't, that's only if you stick with the people you have now. So you see how it jumps up with just 5 ambassadors. You're about to be up $100 on your paycheck.
Okay.
Yeah, and you think, like, if you look at that compensation plan and you look at those ranks and those numbers, and I know right now you're thinking 500 to Ruby is so far-fetched, 750 to Senior Ruby. Like, it's not. It's so not. It looks like it's a whole nother world away from you. It's totally not. It's totally doable. It's something that can happen. And like Rachel said, you know, like, obviously, what job can you do something like this in that short amount of time? You know, Rachel did the math for you. of what Senior Ruby or Emerald or whatever was, give that average about $3. I've never gotten that raise in teaching in my life. And I've been able to get that in 15 months with Plexus.
Yeah, I mean, we
So
go.
it's definitely something that's attainable.
Right.
No, seriously, I've been teaching for 10 years, and this is like an awful year for me so far. I want to put my heart and soul into this and be able to quit in the next year or two.
Girl, claim it, because it can totally happen. This is my last year teaching. I am done after this. Done. Claim it.
Okay. Need you guys keep me motivated.
Yeah, I know, Claire, like it does seem like it really does. I remember my first check I got, there was none. The first check I got pay points, it added like $15. I was like, oh, okay, like that's cool. But, and then now when I look at my pay points, I'm like, oh, wow, where did that come from? It really just builds itself. As long as you're consistently working your business and you're being consistent with it, you will add ambassadors to your team. You will. And as long as you're checking in with your ambassadors, they're going to add ambassadors to your team. So as long as you're actively working the team, honestly, it naturally happens where you rank up. Like, I can't believe I have enough people to be senior gold, and I would have never thought that it could have happened that fast. I mean, I just started in February, you know? I would have never thought that I would have had 50 people underneath me in about 6 months. Never. And I didn't do all that work. I have about like 16, or I think it's like 16 that I personally sponsored. So I have almost 20 that I personally sponsor, but my team did the rest of that. They did the bulk of my work for me, you know? So it's just really getting to gold, I would say really is the hardest. And then once you get to gold is whenever your team starts working, you find a couple of those people that have a fire lit under them and are motivated, and they're going to be the people that bring you to the top. It only takes 2 or 3 really good ambassadors to make you diamond. It really does. 2 or 3 that are probably like 3 that are very motivated people and that are going to work their businesses that are really going to make it for you, you know? So just keep on going.
Right.
People are going to tell you no, but who cares? I mean, you're making money, they're not. So that's kind of the attitude that you have to have. Is if
Right.
they know or they make fun of you, who cares? You're doing what's best for you. And if it takes a little bit, it takes a little bit, but you will get there.
Would you recommend adding like a balance of preferred customers to ambassadors, or just, I'm just curious?
I mean, okay, so this has been a learning curve for me.
Hey, Rachel,
Yeah.
you might want to mute the person who's got the TV on.
I don't know how to mute one person.
Yeah.
Okay, it's gone now. So I lost my train of thought. Hold on.
Upgrades, put out more money, and right now it's paying some really good commissions, and so we'll really have to do some evaluation on that, when the time comes. So right now it's kind of an I don't know, and I'm.
There you go. All right. So I asked, would you recommend adding like a balance of preferred customers to ambassadors?
Okay.
So I've just been telling people about the ambassador. It's the best deal.
So that's been like a kind of a learning curve for me. I don't know where y'all went. Where y'all? Yeah. There y'all are. That's been kind of a learning curve for me. I, at the beginning, add more preferred customers. So my checks, my commission part on my check was bigger, but in the long run, it isn't better to have ambassadors. But here's the deal. I've learned that I always tell people about the preferred, and I always tell them about their ambassadorship. I always do. Always. And then I let them choose. But if you can tell it's someone that's like, I'm going to just try it for a month. If I like it, I like it. If I don't, I don't. And they're kind of flaky people, I would honestly sign them up as a preferred customer, because then at least you'll get the preferred bonus off of them. And then if they don't buy the next month, then, then at least you got that money off of them. And that sounds bad, but that's really how it is. Because if they sign up as an ambassador, you're not going to really benefit from them at all, because they're going to sign up, you're going to get their welcome pack, but then if they don't order the next month, you're not going to get paid off the pay point. So I honestly just kind of feel the people out. If I think there's someone that if they say they've been watching me for a while, I usually always sign them up as ambassadors, because if they've been watching for a while, they're probably going to be a little more committed to the business than people that are very fickle and like just looked at it and oh yeah, this sounds good, I'm going to try this out, I want to lose 10 pounds in a month, whatever. Those people I usually sign up as preferred customers. So I would just kind of feel the person out. And there's always, if they sign up as preferred, you can always switch them over to an ambassador. So that's always an option too. They can just cancel their customer account and then they can be an ambassador under you. And like, I mean, I'm sure Jill can attest to this also, like the preferred customers that are on the products for a while, then become ambassadors are people that are usually awesome. So I don't know, Jill, what do you think about that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, in the beginning for myself, it was a different story because nobody wanted to be an ambassador. Because I kind of started this for my little clique of people around here in Bryan College Station, and nobody was like, everybody thought I was crazy. So nobody was like, don't sign me up for that to be an ambassador. So for myself, I really didn't have the option. Most of my business for the first 5 months came from customers because people didn't want anything to do with the crossover. And then they started seeing more of my testimony and believed, and then they had results and then believed. So it was something that people were holding me accountable for because I was one of the first people in this area to kind of like take a toll with it, and they questioned that. So if you have the option with people, I definitely say, you know, like Rachel said, feel them out. If there's somebody who's super excited and they say they are hurting in money and they say that, you know, I've got a lot of friends that want to do this too, by all means, sign them up as ambassador in the beginning. But now in my journey in my business, most, you know, I would say I'm 50-50. I still fill it out because like I had a girl sign today for preferred. I've been talking with her for like 4 months, but she's, you know, she's just kind of back and forth, wishy-washy. It's been this long conversation. So I'm going to keep her as preferred. And then if she likes the products through this next 4 weeks before that second one ships, I'm going to tell her, you know, to go for the ambassador route and kind of, you know, not kind of force her to do it, like push her and say, this is going to be the best thing for you. But right now I just don't know. She's been too wishy-washy. So I felt her out for a few months because it is nice in the beginning, you know, to get that high PV and to get paid on it. And I'm not going to lie to you now either. In my spot where I'm at as a leader and, you know, working towards Emerald, I have great pay points. I do. I still like high commission. I do. And for something for me, I feel like I own that. My team works really hard. And yes, I have a rock solid part of myself in that team, but my customer base is my customer base, and I kind of have a power kick sometimes. And so it's nice for me to be able to work them and then build belief in them and then slowly transition them over. So I do like to do both. But if somebody is game to do ambassador, I say, woo, sign them up, get that welcome pack all the way. Mm-hmm. But I don't ever just tell somebody this is your option. I definitely give them both and then feel them out and say, I would recommend blank to you. And there's times I do recommend to people. I say, hey, I recommend you go preferred. I really do. It's going to be the best for you. And they honestly, they trust you because they've been vulnerable. They've opened up into conversation with you, and they're gonna take what you've said to heart because you're the expert to them. So
cool. Thank you.
Yeah, definitely.
Does that all make sense to you, Kristen? You look over.
Nope, I'm good.
You're pretty good with money stuff.
No, I mean, you really did answer most of my questions on how that compensation plan worked. I do actually have a question. I take that back. How do you go about pitching the ambassador part? Because I seem to lose people when I'm telling them about the pricing and I'm like, there's these two options. These are the ones where you're going to get the discounts or the coupons. And they go to they don't want to do ambassador. They're kind of like, no, I don't want to sign up for anything. That's kind of like my downfall and like how I pitch that to them, I guess.
Okay, yeah. So this is what I do, and maybe it's because I'm like the queen of cheap. I'm so good at it. I'm always like, listen, I am the cheapest person in the world, and this is what I would do. I shop at Sam's. I pay that $60 or whatever it is a year so that I can get discounts on my groceries all year long. I do. And so I always tell them, you don't have to do anything as an ambassador. All you're doing is paying a one-time membership fee so that you're able to get that wholesale price. And I almost, sounds really bad, I almost make them feel stupid for not doing it. Not make them feel stupid, but you know, you're like, this is such a good deal. Why would you not do it? You know, you tell them, look, if you're already ordering the triplex, if you don't buy it as an ambassador, which is $109, it's $124.95. you can almost pay with your membership with the money that you're saving. So just go ahead and sign it up, and then next month you can get it for 20% off. It's the cheapest way to go. And then normally they'll be like, oh, okay, well, I don't want to get shipped anything. I'm like, you're not going to get shipped anything. It's literally like a Sam's Club membership. If you go into Sam's, you don't buy anything, you're not getting charged for it. You only get charged for what you put in your basket.
I know. Oh, sorry.
That's how it is with the ambassadorship. You only get charged for the products that you buy. And then I also tell them, they get freaked out about the auto ship. I tell them, I watch the auto ships like crazy on my team, and I tell them, I will let you know if your auto ship is going to go through, but it's never going to happen because I will watch it for you. And if you can reassure them of that, then they really honestly don't care. People don't really care. So yeah, I really do just always compare it to a membership at Sam's. I tell them, you are paying that one-time membership, but you're getting a discount the rest of the year. So that's, and $34 is nothing. I tell them, I'm like, just don't go to dinner one night this week and you can pay the membership fee. And so then I think people are, if you kind of give them real life examples, then I think that's like the teacher in me too, then they are more willing to do it. Because it does sound scary signing up for this auto shipment. You have to buy a certain amount every month. I tell them, like, listen, if you want to buy this one time and then you don't want to buy it next month because you're broke or whatever, you don't have to. It's not you have to buy it for 12 months. You can just buy it once if you want to, and then buy it again when you're ready. So that's honestly how I approach it.
I think it's that constant reassurance, like what you were just saying, when you tell somebody, look, there's no hassle, there's no bustle, there's no sign, you're not locked in. And if you don't buy next month, you don't get slapped on the hand or feed or billed or boxes of products at your door. You have the option to turn things on and off, and you can turn it right back on if you choose to. I think just by like constantly reassuring people are like, oh, okay, I get it. And I tell them, because I have personally, at 15 months in, have never had my backup order ship ever. I just don't want it to. I've always either sold product, and I go in and manually buy my product, because some months Dakota and I go through 3 bags of Slim or 2 things a block or whatever, and it alternates. So I tell people, if you're somebody who's like that, you manually do it, you'll never have to ever go in. And kind of like Rachel said, if you just watch your team, and honestly, I think lead by example. And if you want your team to do well, you got to work it how you'd want them to do it. It's never like this is how you have to do it. I've never said that to any ambassador. I just lead by the example that I would want. And like what Rachel said, when you work it, it's going to happen. It's going to unfold. It really is.
And it just happened. It happens like, y'all will be surprised. One month you're going to wake up and be like, whoa, what happened? This is awesome. Quit my job tomorrow. Just wait. Y'all have any other questions? I mean, of course, y'all can always ask me questions on this, but at least I feel it's like a semi-broken down version of that, because it really is confusing when you look at it. And once you get into the business, and this stuff becomes more natural, and you're active on the team pages, which y'all are, then you'll start to, this stuff will just become natural, and it won't be confusing anymore to you. So the more you know about it, the easier it's going to get. But yeah, pay points definitely clear. Basically, you get pay points if the person under you is commission qualified by buying or selling products. That's a big thing. And no, you don't see an ambassador that signs up this month, you aren't going to see those points off of them, but the next month you will. So just think about like a month delay. You sign people at this month, you're going to get the money the next month from them. So that's all y'all have. Then I'll shut her down for the night, but I'll post this in the page so that y'all can rewatch it. And I'll post those documents in there too, so y'all can check them out. Hey, Jill, by the way, do you see this really cool document? Hold on, I'm going to stop recording now.